Welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Monday, 22nd May 2017. I'm Fredicia Liebert. The 7th annual Warner's One-Stop Family Book Feud, which took place at the Nevis Performing Arts Center on Saturday evening, saw the Sweeney Chapman family of the Charlestown Secondary School capturing the 2017 title. Sweeney and Chapman received the prizes consisting of a weekend for two at the Mount Nevis Hotel, a tablet and a desktop computer for their school. There were 5 categories in which the participants were tested on, including folk and fairy tales, Bible stories, science, division history, and nursery rhymes and riddles. Premier of Nevis and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Amory, stated that the activity aims to help the participants to read and in turn understand what they've read.
But this is not just an event for entertainment or for the children to show off what they have read and what they have been able to remember and understand in their reading. We are aware that reading is the base for education and for human growth. Without it, even with all of the technology, if one is unable to read and to understand and to follow instructions and to analyze and to synthesize what one reads, it really is an exercise in futility. So this effort is one which is developing an important part of our people, our young people. The ability to read with understanding, read to have an imbibing of what they read.
Second place went to the Charlestown Primary School, represented by the Martin family. Their prizes including a weekend for two at the Oahu Beach Hotel and a gift for their school, compliments of Court Nevis. The Hicks family of the Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary School won 3rd place and was awarded lunch for two at the Four Seasons Resort Nevis and also a tablet for their school library. The trophies and prizes were presented by last year's winners, the Jeffers family, formerly of the St. Thomas's Primary School, and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Amory. The competition was held under the theme, Investing in Quality Education, Empowering the Nation. Major changes are taking place for Culturama 43 with the refurbishment of the Cultural Village. The booths in the Cultural Village were removed as to make space for new containers that will be used as the booths for the vendors. Other changes included the removal of the Rose Garden as to make a space for a bigger and properly sheltered venue. Minister of Culture, the Honorable Mark Brantley, said he has been assured that the project will be completed on schedule.
I think we have some serious professionals on the job, and they have all indicated that they will be finished in time. So I want to assure the public, based on the assurances that have been given to me, that the village will be ready, the brand new village will be ready for Culturama 43. Minister Brantley stated that there will be an official opening of the Cultural Village before the official launch of Culturama 43. We will decide on the dates for that as and when we get there, but for current purposes it's to ensure that the project progresses smoothly and that we can get to completion in time for Culturama 43. And based on the assurances and based on the meeting that we had today with all the contractors that are involved, I'm pretty satisfied that we're going to have a nicer venue, a safer venue, and a venue where our people can come out and really enjoy themselves.
The project is expected to be completed in the later part of June. The St. Thomas's Festival came back on scene last year after being on a 9-year hiatus. Last year, the festival consisted of a number of activities, including the Queen Show, Calypso Show, Juve, Fun Day, and Gospel Concert. Public Relations Officer of the festival, Patrick Daniel, stated that there are various additions to this year's festival.
We have added a bingo night, bingo and dance, and we're hoping to make it a little bit more festive, all inclusive, not just the young people partying, but, the whole wide spectrum of youth, adults, teenagers, everybody included, along with the whole island of Nevis and more so St. Kitts.
This year, the festival will start with a church service and gospel concert on September 10th, 2017.
On Tuesday, we're going to have a panel discussion and open forum. Thursday will be the official launch and opening ceremony at the St. Thomas's Primary School grounds. Friday would be the bingo night and dance at the St. Thomas's Old School. Saturday, there'll be Juve. Bands got there as well. And on Sunday, we're going to have the Queen Show. Monday, the 18th of September, will be the Kaiso Show and dance. And then Tuesday will be the fun day and last lap. That will be Independence Day.
The festival's theme this year is Rock and Come In for STD Fest 2017, or as we say locally, Rock and Come In for STD Fest 2017. The first fundraiser will be a fish fry this coming Saturday, 27th May at Cross Path in Jessops. Still to come, PS of Agriculture says more groups should host activities similar to the Open Day at New River. The details when we return.
Dancing and whining and fretting till the morning. If you like
drinking, masquerading, live music always playing.
If you like islands of blue seas where people always smiling. If you like
street jams and bandstands where people will be jamming. Don't you miss this time, no.
Nevis Newscast.
Our festival, our legacy. Don't you miss this time, no. The Caribbean's greatest summer lion. Don't you miss this time, no. Our festival, our legacy. Don't you miss this time, no. The Caribbean's greatest summer lion.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. The Traffic Department of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force wishes to remind vehicle owners of the following provisions of traffic regulations with respect to the tinting of vehicles. Section 62(6) of the Act provides that windows and windscreens of motor vehicles shall not be tinted darker than 35% light transmittance, and in the case of rentals, no tint whatsoever is permitted on these vehicles. The Traffic Department strongly urges owners and drivers of vehicles that are not in compliance with these provisions to take corrective measures immediately to avoid prosecution. The police will embark on an enforcement drive to ensure compliance. Drivers found in violation of this regulation may be subjected to a fine of $5,000. And finally, the New River Farmers Cooperative Society hosted its second annual Open Day on Friday, 19th May at New River. The activity saw various farmers showcasing different local food grown at New River. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Eric Evelyn, stated that the farmers need to be commended for coming together and hosting this activity for the second consecutive year.
And when private groups like the farmers can come together and organize an activity of this magnitude, they deserve commendation. Of course, when farmers come together and organize an activity like this, it gives them the opportunity to work together, to put their differences aside, to agree to disagree to agree. And of course, it also boosts the morale of the members of the association. Of course, activities like these also help to promote you and promote what you are doing and to advertise what you're doing. And activities like these as well assist us in the ministry and the Department of Agriculture for us to continue to promote the Buy Local, Eat Local campaign.
P.S. Evelyn hoped that other farmers would take pattern from the activity that was hosted as part of Agriculture Awareness Month.
New River is very dear to my heart because New River is the first place I started to work when I came back from college in Trinidad. And activities like these also bring back a lot of memories. Because Mr. Herbert would recall that back in those days, we used to have exhibitions at Market Shop around April for St. George's Day. And of course, we used to have exhibitions at Whitehall. And Mr. Herbert was one of the main pioneers of those activities. And I can't recall if we had any at Case Bay, but I would hope that going forward, the other farmers in the other areas can get jealous and organize activities of this nature.
The open day was hosted under the theme, Keeping the Agricultural Flame Alive in your River. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.